Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Plague Inc. Evolved Custom Scenarios. Found another scenario on the Steam Popular tab which I thought looked potentially promising. It's called The Perfect Storm, if I can find my keyboard and type. There it is. It's only got a 3-star rating by Cold Hands though, who did one previously, and that was pretty good. So I'm kind of curious. I want to take a look at it. Yeah, Cold Hands. The storm is raging, one that humanity has never seen before. Many people will die by the hands of the storm, creating the perfect conditions for diseases to spread, and yours is the plague that will destroy humanity. Excuse me. Oh my god. What just came up? I think I just threw up a little bit in my mouth. You will play as a bacteria that spreads the bad weather like rain or snow, and corpses created by the perfect storm. You will have to unlock different symptoms specific for different organ systems and dehydration systems. Perfect storm, 3 custom transmissions, and some secrets, a world by the maker. This will have to be good. I don't want to have spoilers necessarily. Something about Greenland. I'm a little concerned about Greenland, but we'll see. Bacteria type: ATP boost, Darwinist, aquacytic hemophile, and symptostasis. It is on normal difficulty and is called E. pluviophile. Whatever. I'm just too lazy to try changing it. The biggest storm humanity has ever seen is moving from country to country, killing people and making ideal conditions for diseases to spread. You will be noticed about the storm by the news bar. So what? There's something random going around and making countries particularly susceptible to my disease? That's interesting. The pathogen you play loves water and corpses. Transmissions and symptoms reflect this fact with weather and corpse transmission and dehydration symptoms when unlocked. The pathogen was debuffed, but will still spread fast. Okay, I guess we'll start in Saudi Arabia, but let's see what happens with that. I'm a little curious. Actually, I should have started somewhere wet. Should have chosen India or something like that. Transmissions. We start off with water and rain. So, humid environments and humid environments plus ship transmission. Perfect. Then we have fog. Able to travel on water droplets, increases land, boat, and plane transmission. You know what? I'm going to restart real quick, because I absolutely should not start in a place that is hot and arid. That's just stupid. Now, let's definitely start in India. All right, redone. Transmissions. We have the fog, then, for boat and train. So, basically everything. That's pretty useful. Wind 1. Wait, this reduces my infectivity. Oh, that's interesting. Gives the pathogen the ability to travel on dust particles at the cost of dehydration. Lower infectivity except in arid environments and plane transmission. Hail. Pathogen can survive freezing during hailfall. Increases infectivity in the cold environments. Snow. Better in the humid and cold environments. And more rain. I think we have to go for more rain because that works in a place like India. It's really interesting with this whole wind idea, you reducing infectivity. Makes a bit of sense, but very interesting. Symptoms. Sneezing. Fluid discharge through sneezing greatly increases infection rate. Then we have coughing, high-density urban areas. I imagine that's going to lead to pneumonia or something like that, but we'll see. We started off with respiratory system. The pathogen has the ability to infect the respiratory system, new symptoms. Okay, then the gastrointestinal infection. More symptoms. We'll go ahead and pick that up. That unlocks dehydration. Extract the water out of the host's cells and body fluids. Unlock new symptoms that slow cure progress. Renal infection. The ability to infect the renal system. Unlocking new symptoms. Why can't I talk today? I have no idea. Cutaneous infection. The pathogen has the ability to infect the skin. Okay, so that's, I guess, okay. Yeah, sure, why not? Gating mechanisms into different organ systems that will be infected. It's not really a problem with me. This did unlock things like nausea. We're going to go ahead and pick up coughing, though, because that's usually quite good. Hey, look, pneumonia. What did that tell you? Madagascar starts working on the cure. So, have we seen the storm? The perfect storm is raging in South Africa and Madagascar. I wonder if it's even possible to have the storm travel in like a coherent pattern, because that would be real impressive if you could. We're going to go for some pneumonia. That unlocks pulmonary edema, which I don't want. Nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. No, we'll avoid the lethality for now. I am going to pick up wind and reduce my infectivity a tiny bit, just to unlock better plane transmissions. Although, now that I think about it, maybe fog would have been better. Whatever. We'll pick up some fog as well. So we do have water too. Chemically treated water. Survive outside hosts as long as water is present. So basically the water vapor in the air. Wind, again, same concept. It's, going to reduce your infectivity in order to have more access on planes. There's pulmonary edema, whether I like it or not. All right, tiny bit of lethality. Hopefully isn't too big of a problem. The perfect storm is still moving around, and I see that it's killing some people, which is interesting. It's raging in New Zealand, last I saw. There's Brazil. All right, so yeah, Now it's, yeah, there it is in New Zealand again. So, yeah, I don't know. Do we really have to track the storm, or do I just play as normal and sometimes it helps and sometimes it doesn't? I'm not especially sure. We're going to go for more water transmission because, again, humid plus a bit more ship transmission, so I'm okay with that. Looks like we're spreading pretty nicely in India now. Let's go for some more symptoms. Nope, let's unlock something new. Renal system or dehydration? I don't really want to slow down the cure progress right now, so let's go for the renal system and the skin. This probably will lead to necrosis eventually, but rash plus abscesses and skin lesions is a load of infectivity. This will lead to systemic infection, though, which is a bit of lethality, which I probably don't want. Urinary incontinence. Uncontrolled leakage of urine. Poor countries are very vulnerable. You know how horrible that would be if you, like, could not control yourself from urinating everywhere you went? It's just horrible. All right, we're going to pick that up. Bladder infection. Sure, why not? Pyelonephritis? I don't know. Bacterial infection of the upper part of the urinary tract. No, I think we'll pass on that for the time being. The question is, do I want to go for things like some cold environments? Yes, because this could be our cold resistance since we started off in a hot country. So I'm thinking snow and hail both, so that hopefully we'll have a better time getting around in some places like, eventually, Russia and so on. Let's go ahead and pick up some drug resistance real quick since we're getting around in Europe. I'm probably going to need 2 levels of that, actually. 29 DNA. That's fine. Boom. Got it. Don't think we're going to have any cold resistances, though. I'm really hoping that the transmission options will make that a little bit better. All right. So we have carcinogenesis. The pathogen has the ability to increase the production of cancerous cells in the host and inactivating tumor-suppressing genes. Unlock highly lethal symptoms, and then corpse transmission. Spread using the dead bodies. Unlock corpse transmission. You know, for some reason I thought we started with that, but apparently not. Now we will. I'm guessing this would have eventually led to necrosis, but we haven't gotten that far yet. Nephritis, an inflammatory kidney disease often caused by infections, toxins, or by autoimmune disorders. All right. Speaking of cancer stuff here, weird thing, I mentioned this to a few people on Discord, but you guys know that I was in the hospital a while ago, right? And I had, like, appendicitis, had to have my appendix out because they found a stone in it. It was kind of unfortunate. Fun thing that the doctor told me in my post-op, he pulled me aside and he's like, by the way, just so you know, we did find a tumor on your appendix. I'm like, what? I don't know if it was malignant or benign. It was really small, apparently, and at this stage, like, it wasn't really any danger. Apparently, it has no indication that I have other tumors. But apparently, I had, like, a little cancerous growth on my appendix. But I'm cured because they happened to already remove the appendix. So it's like, huh. For some reason, I had some stomach cramps that led to me going to the hospital, or at least that led to my doctor sending me to the hospital for a CT scan, a check for my pancreas. My pancreas was fine, but we did find a stone in your appendix, so before that bursts, because I didn't even have a lot of pain, it didn't burst, so we'll send you there and we'll have that removed. Oh, and by the way, it just so happened you had a tumor there and that's gone too. It's like, wow! Freaking stomach cramps led to being cured of technically cancer. Technically. It's slow-moving cancer. I don't remember what it's called. It's like a carcinoid tumor? It's one of those slow-moving things. It's not really... I'm not a cancer survivor, and I wouldn't say that, but still, it's weird, man. It's just like those little things in life. And it's like, wow, okay, that was a bit of a close call. Anyway, let's start picking up some lethality with things like systemic infection. There's no necrosis. That makes me sad. Let's go for carcinogenesis. This unlocks kidney failure. A medical condition in which the kidneys no longer work causes many symptoms like blood in the urine, vomiting, nausea, swelling, paralysis. Lung cancer, coughing up blood, wheezing, or shortness of breath. There's necrosis. That's the corpse transmission I'm really looking for. Lupus? Really? We got lupus, a collection of autoimmune diseases in which the human immune system becomes hyperactive and attacks healthy tissue. I've watched House enough to know that it's never lupus. And heart cancer. Man, you really are ramping up the lethality. I'm a little concerned that we're not going to get into Greenland now that I think about it. Oh, I should have paid more attention to the fact that Russia had shut down their port. Thank you, Norway! We're still missing the Caribbean, Morocco, and New Zealand, though, and Caribbean shut down their port. Crap, I'm going to have to restart. I got so distracted talking about my technical cancer that I wasn't paying attention. Boo! All right, we'll try this one again. Okay, there we go. I think I'm actually going to get into everything now. Wonderful. I missed something in the abilities. Did I miss this before? Origami paper? I wonder what it does. I do kind of wonder what it does. Let's pick it up. Also pick up the corpse transmission, also dehydration to slow down the cure, also carcinogenesis, since we're in every country. Then we're going to start working down toward the necrosis. Intercellular fluids. The pathogen extracts water from cells, creating small pockets of intercellular fluids. A little bit of severity, maybe some infectivity, I don't know, but I'm maxed out there. Thirst. Uses the water present in the host's body, causing thirst. I mean, they're super cheap, so we'll go with it. Muscle atrophy. Slowing down and stuff. A little bit of lethality. Blisters. Dry lips. Mild dehydration. Pick that up. Confusion. Headache. Seizures. Osmosis disruption. And severe dehydration. So I'm guessing these are just ways of slowing down the cure and stuff. Wow, there are quite a few symptoms in this, aren't there? Heavy rain secret. Several murders in the USA were discovered and linked to a serial killer. His modus operandi involves abducting young boys and drowning them in rainwater and leaving an orchid and an origami figure as calling cards. Lethality increased. Good lord, how many people does he kill? Jeez. That's horrifying. All right. Sure, murdered by rainwater. You'll never live that one down. Oh, wait, you're dead. All right, Madagascar is doing fine. So here's the weird thing. We got a combo. I should have read that. So the thing about this deadly storm is it's moving around and doing stuff. It doesn't... First off, look at this. It doesn't seem to have moved around a lot. Not recently. It's pretty much it, actually. Wow. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on here. I understand that, but... Anyway. So the perfect storm... It's so... I guess it makes sense that I'm not very reliant upon it. Like, I shouldn't be able to. Like, follow it around and expect that to be, like, a major game mechanic. Simply because it's random. You can't rely upon that. But... what it does seem to do is just randomly screw you over. Because I noticed as it was traveling around, like, it would hit Iceland, and all of a sudden, Iceland shuts down its airport. And it's like, I guess that makes sense, because there's a storm, you can't fly planes. But as it kind of randomly strikes an island, that can screw you over pretty big. Let's go for liver cancer, let's go for lung cancer, let's go for kidney failure, just for the good measure. And that's going to be pretty much it. Huh. So, I'm trying to decide, is the scenario... good in the sense that it's got good transmissions and symptoms and the disease itself is good, or is it bad because the central mechanic it's centered around doesn't seem to be much of an impact aside from every once in a while randomly screwing you over? I would say that the disease itself is good. I'm not sure that the storm itself adds a lot of value, though it doesn't seem to hurt that much either. I don't know, I'm kind of torn on that. I mean, I got 3 stars, 76,000 points roughly, 314 days, 43% cure progress. It's pretty well balanced, it works, there's a lot of customization in it, I'm a big fan of that. So, by itself, I think it's quite good. The Perfect Storm stuff, I don't know. I guess it's fun to kind of have the idea of something kind of randomly striking parts of the world, getting some lethality, and then occasionally screwing you over and you have to work around it. But what happens when it hits something like the Caribbean and they shut down their port? You just automatically lose. So some people might get very frustrated by that, but you know what? I really appreciate people thinking outside of the box. But I'd be interested in hearing some other opinions. Thank you all very much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed. If so, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.